Welcome back, Rob. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you, AJ. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So, I wanted to ask you about bouncing back from driving test fails. I know you don't get many, and our instructors thankfully don't get too many, but it does happen.
Yeah, it does. Anything can happen on the day.
Yeah. So, a few questions for you, starting with, I wouldn't say a miserable fail, but someone that's failed quite badly. Someone's just taken their test and they've got maybe 2-3 serious faults, maybe a dangerous in there.
Yeah.
And then they've got 10 plus driving faults. What would you say to that learner to help them bounce back and come back to that next test stronger?
Okay, so I probably would say that you weren't quite 100% ready to go in the first place.
Right, is that being nice?
That's not being the nicest of approaches, but it's the honest truth. We probably wasn't quite ready and competent enough for us to go and meet the test standards. So I would strip things back. I'd cover some areas that the marking sheet had highlighted again and go over them again and implement it back into our sessions and make sure that we drill back down into the basic stuff to bring you up to that test standard. So next time we go, we shouldn't have a problem with them.
So some learners might crumble because of nerves because of that, or is it just generally with that amount of faults, would you say in your experience it's down to maybe they've taken that test too early?
Yeah, that's what I'd put it down to. It's not really a nervous one. With that many marks on the sheet, it's not really a nervous one.
Take it as a learning experience,
exactly,
come back stronger.
Let's go again.
Yeah. So on the flip side then, we've got a learner that's taken the test, they've got 1 serious and maybe 5 driver faults. What would you say to that type of learner? How can they bounce back and produce the goods on the next attempt?
So that's usually a pretty easy bounce back, to be honest. We've made one big boo-boo mistake while we've been out on our driving test, and probably our other driving faults have been a snowball effect leading up to that or just after that. So I would say that's quite an easy fix. We'll go back, take a look at the problem that we've occurred on the marking sheet, go over the basics again, drill it back in again, and make sure we understand where we went wrong, why it went wrong, and proceed to be better in the future.
I would call that like a respectable fail as well.
Yeah, 100%. It's a respectable fail.
The examiner's going to leave that car thinking that was a good little driver.
Yeah,
shame
and
they switched off.
Yeah, and the examiner will say that a lot in the debrief. He will say, look, that was a great drive, but we did have this one scenario where it's...
let go.
Yeah, exactly that.
What would you say to those learners out there that, I don't know, they failed more than 3 tests, 5 tests, for example? How do you know, they've got into your car, maybe you haven't taught them before, and what are you going to do to get their confidence up and get their spirits up and everything else so they pass next time?
Yeah, I mean, every instructor will have come across one of these pupils.
Yeah.
It's not an uncommon thing where they've got a bit of a monkey on their back about a driving test, and they just need to show their examiner what they can do from what they show us, because these mistakes don't tend to happen when we're out on lesson, and it's such a frustrating fail for the driving instructor as well, because you sit there thinking, oh, we don't normally do this when we're on our sessions. Why has it happened again on our driving tests when we're trying to prove ourselves? So my advice would be is just to keep cracking the whip. Each time we get a horrible fail, put it down to another learning experience, a bit more guidance, and just push through and get it done for your sake as well as my sake.
Sometimes I've found in the past with learners in those situations, you've just got to raise the bar even higher for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, whereas some learners might go in a little bit earlier, you've just got to get them to such a level that even when they're shaky, they still pass. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that, yeah. And always get them to understand how that marking sheet's flowing as well.
True, yeah.
Get them to understand how the examiner is thinking, the scenarios that are going through the examiner. When the examiner asks you to do something, he's got a little checklist that's going through his head. Has this been done? Has that been done? Etc, etc. And just get them to understand what that examiner sitting next to him is actually thinking at that moment in time.
Okay.